Oronde Gadsden is with us here at Twin Peaks. And Oronde, OG told us at the beginning of the season, you got to beat Buffalo and you got to have a plan B. And the Dolphins didn't end up with either. They couldn't beat Buffalo and they never had a plan B. But I want you to give, because we didn't speak with you last week and the week before you were somewhere. You weren't here with us at Twin Peaks. So I haven't spoken to you since the end of the season. Give a letter grade to Mike McDaniel. I'll talk about this weekend's game and the conference championship games coming up. But just going back to the Dolphins season here for a moment, give a letter grade to Mike McDaniel.
Probably. Can you do it? What sounds better, C+ or B-? What sounds better?
My kids get spanking for C+.
B-, they skate.
B-, yeah.
B-, they skate.
All right, we I don't want to see you spank a grown man. We give him a B-.
Would you have to spank Mike McDaniel if OG gave him a C+?
If the standard set, Hawk.
You guys, I mean, with a belt, a switch, your hand is a hand.
So whack.
So he got to lay across your lap.
A little pow.
It's a little pow. Yeah, B-. You know, it's always going to come down to this because, just like Shannon said, the standard is set. You know what you have to do. You just have to do it. And, listen, I took the heat on the 70-20 when I was saying this. Everybody oh, you hate the dog. Nah, the January game's coming. They coming.
Wow.
And then what you going to do? And you have to, the variable is always injury. And when you have somebody tweaked, you know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill, was it running at full speed, right? And then even the game before when we played Buffalo, you have to do you're not gonna throw the Durham Smythe at all, 0 times,
I believe didn't we see a stat where the Dolphins went the entire season without a tight end catching a touchdown pass?
That's great. You don't even want to try it, trick somebody, fool them. Banana in the tailpipe. We gonna throw it. You know what I mean? It just and so that is probably the biggest. Probably other than that, he'd probably get an A, because the mind's there, the plays are there, and I think he has done a better job running the team that I thought at the beginning. And some of the things you see, he's keeping it real with him. He's not sugarcoating it, but I still think because of the talent we have sometimes, because Kansas City has reinvented themselves. You know what I'm saying? They had to do something else. They went through ain't nobody catching the pass. Then, everybody, because it was just heavy Kelsey early. And then Sidney Rice came from somewhere. And there was a few games Kelsey, didn't catch a pass or dropped a lot. So, I just think we have to figure out a way in those sticky times to reinvent ourselves. And I still think if you look at the losses we've had, we did the same thing. Come on, man. In Kansas City, when the running back go in the little shake motion out, he's throwing the bubble. He's throwing it to the back. He wouldn't get no yards. As soon as he throw it, DB's at his feet. We can guess these plays. And so I just think, I don't know if it's a combination of the play calling or the skill set of the quarterback. So we have to figure that out again for next year.
And that was my question, OG, because like you said, you bring up the Chiefs. We know they're playing the Ravens in Baltimore. Right. And then even let's go deeper, Texans and Bills, who they just beat. Them two teams just beat. Right. How far are the Dolphins away? It's not Axel Foley. You talking about a banana in the tailpipe. That doesn't put us on the level of the Ravens and the Chiefs right now. How far are the Dolphins away from the two AFC teams we're about to see this weekend?
No, I do think it's a banana in the tailpipe away. You know what I mean? But you have to have the trigger guy. The trigger guy is the most important guy. You talk about the two best dudes in the world, unless you just like San Francisco. Because Tua better than Brock Purdy, but Brock Purdy got dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that cover up a lot of his inconsistency, high ball throws, and even the non-dudes catch balls, like number 15. How you jump up there and catch the ball? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
So when you get that happening, but I think we are there. I just think.
Dude, on like I-95 exits, how close are we? Are we at Hallandale Beach Boulevard?
Where are we going?
And we got to get to Ives Dairy? Well, you tell me.
Where are we going?
Are we on Glades Road and we got to get to Ives Dairy? Or
I think we at let's say we at Yamato. And we got to get to Sunrise.
So we got a little distance to go then.
Yeah, we got a little distance to go, but that's when you accomplish everything: defense, special teams, and offense. We got a little ways to go. We can make it though. We can make it because we've made it, but we always, I think we plateau out. And I'm not saying this as anything to do with Tua, but he's the quarterback. I think the best quarterbacks have done things on their own. Like, and I can say this.
Will the team to victory.
I can say this because I've been in the huddle with both Troy Aikman and Dan Marino, and they probably some of the best quarterbacks of all time. You hit a play, come over in the helmet, and in the huddle, they like, nah, we're going to do this. And if this don't work, I'll handle it. And it happens.
Well, give a letter grade to Tua. You gave B- to Mike McDaniel. Give a letter grade for the season for Tua.
They attached. He's going to get a B-.
Whatever one gets, the other gets.
Because you can't get rid of one without the other. At some point, you got to make a decision. Carolina, you got to make a decision. Can't cut Bryce Young because you just drafted him one. But you can get rid of coach. You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of, you can't really split them up. Like, you getting rid of Mike McCarthy, or you getting rid of Dak? None? Okay, well, you're going back with them too. Like, what I'm saying?
Running back.
You're running back. You can't do it. So I just think at some point Tua is going to have to say to himself, and listen, the season comes down to these two plays to me. The 2 4th and 2s we had against Tennessee, it was a season for us. One, you can say Mike McDaniel, if you kick the 2 field goals, then we up 6, no problem, right? Or you can say 2 as 4th and 2, we need them 2 yards, bro.
Just go get us 2 yards.
Go get us 2 yards. John Elway to 2 yards.
Josh Allen.
Helicopter to 2 yards. You don't have the Josh Allen where he score. I just need you to get the 2 yards. Like, I got the play is toss the A-check. I got that. You know that ain't gonna work. Like, you know this roll out to the flat's not gonna work. You got to get the 2 yards. I don't care if you roll out. You see Tyreek running it out. Duck the ball and get the 2 yards, man, and get up and fire up the crowd. And let's go. Like, I don't know where this. I got the the injuries is always in the back of your mind. Like, you could get hurt, or they tell you not to do it because we need you. We don't want to go in again last year with Mike White, but at some point, I think he has to do that. Like, you can see the plays that people are doing. It's not on the script. The quarterbacks are doing it. Even Baker Mayfield, they told you to throw that pass. That pick you just threw, that man standing right there. But sometimes the quarterbacks got to take the onus on themselves and say, hey, look, I'm going to get it done.
And the Tua that was one thing the whole weekend I was hearing him, OG, about just running, because you saw, like, Josh Allen went for what, two running touchdowns, 73 yards or something. Lamar had 100 rushing touchdowns. Like,
they're different, though.
They're different human beings. But even those other quarterbacks, you'll see Jared Goff move around more. You'll see some of these guys, Brock Purdy will step up and try to create something more.
He ran last week too. The other day he ran.
He got out.
Yeah, near the end zone and almost. Yeah, like, you have to. There is no way these guys are too good. We were just talking about Fred Warner. Fred Warner just too good of an athlete for you just to like, oh, I'm gonna throw the ball. No, he don't get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If everybody gone, they turn their back, and you have to. You have to, especially in this time of year. That's gonna be the key. Like, whatever quarterbacks and I was just talking to your wife, and she was saying, like, does Patrick Mahomes really run? He has timely runs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a runner, but when they need something, he only got 2 options: throw it to Kelsey or run. That's 2 options in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
he
make the best decision.
He makes the best decision every single time.